Hey, I'm Butterfly.
Hey, I'm Firefly.
Have you ever wondered if we aren't being told the truth about everything?
What have we been lied to about? Join us as we have conversations and ask questions about everything. We invite you to keep an open mind and consider the unfathomable.
Let's break the chains that enslave our minds. Come on, let's go down the rabbit hole.
What's up, Butterfly?
Hey, Firefly, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So we have another rabbit hole today that I wanted to go down, and I was thinking it's kind of an interesting one because it's from a JP Reacts video that I saw. Do you remember JP?
Yeah, he's funny.
I love JP. He's funny. I bought a couple of shirts from him actually.
Mm.
I bought the "I Won't Comply" hat. I should wear that
Uh,
sometimes. That hat's pretty cool.
JP Sears.
JP Sears.
Yeah.
So I got "I Will Not Comply" hat, and I bought another shirt.
It was something about 1984.
Oh, it was my sweatshirt.
Yeah.
It says "Make 1984 Fiction Again."
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a great one.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I'll tune into him every once in a while just to kind of get a feel for like what people are talking about, and I feel like he's probably CEO.
Yeah, probably.
He's probably CEO.
Yeah, I think so. Because he
He's
was like, I remember seeing him at, he went to Mar-a-Lago to one of Trump's dinner parties, and I was like,
That's not a
that's
good sign.
interesting.
That's not a good sign. Plus, he's got like a huge following, which
Yeah,
now almost to me is like default you're CEO.
that's almost an indicator that,
You don't get to have a
yeah,
big following
no,
unless you're an
because
influencer.
only the ones that they are allowing people to follow get that many followers.
That's right.
But he does have he puts out funny content, like little funny skits and stuff.
He's funny.
And commenting on the status of our world, which is kind of what we do. But
What he does
you know,
though is he kind of plays in the box.
yeah,
So
yeah, for sure,
he's not gonna take you to the places where the actual truth is,
right.
but he's kind of funny and he kind of makes funny points. And what this video kind of was I don't know, it kind of called attention to some of our previous episodes.
I know. I
So
wonder if he listens to us.
uh, he might. He's probably not mentioning it because we would be
It'd be great
huge.
if he did,
That'd be so cool.
and then we could like put our theory to the test. Can you organically get like 1 million followers?
That remains to be seen.
Yeah,
That remains to be seen.
yeah.
So that's what we're kind of,
But
you
anyway,
know. So I watched this video.
yeah, and I watched part of it, and it was, oh my God.
So this is the dynamics. The girl,
She's a psychic.
she's a psychic and she's been a psychic for 8 years.
I wonder if she went to school for that.
She got a degree.
I knew I knew somebody who went to school to become a psychic. Did you know you can actually go to school to learn how to do that? I thought it was like
No.
some God-given
Do you
talent.
have to show up or can you just like psychically
I think it's just like you just telepathically
you
send
just
your
yeah.
assignments in.
I mean, how hard can the test
And you
be?
can just tell the teacher, what? I sent that in. You must not be very psychic
I
if you
psychically
didn't
sent that
if
in.
you didn't get
Yeah.
it.
And if you fail the class, you always got it out because you can say, well, I'm anchored in a different timeline.
Yeah, isn't that what this chick said?
So this chick, so she goes, so this is her premise. And now she has a huge following.
Mm,
She's an influencer.
interesting.
And she's got this huge cult of
Yeah,
people that listen to her.
it's a cult.
And it's a cult.
Yeah,
And
because tell everybody what she
so
said.
she says, no, you don't understand. I woke up at 4 a.m. on election night.
Mm-hmm.
And when I woke up at 4 a.m., I was anchored in the real timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Now, everyone else on Earth is actually disassociating an alternative timeline. And it's a fake timeline. In that fake timeline, Trump won the election.
But
But
in the real timeline,
and then she goes, I'm the light bearer, and the light will finally shine forth. That Kamala actually won.
Kamala actually won.
Yeah.
And the only people that think that Trump won are the people that are living in some like alternate
You're
dimension.
disassociating.
Yeah, it's not real. It's not the
it's
real
not
thing.
real. You're on what she called it was an alternative timeline.
Uh-huh.
But they're going to come back together.
Yeah.
But here's the interesting thing about her. Like, remember,
But
go ahead.
except she said that there are some other people that are on the correct timeline and that they call themselves the 4 a.m. club.
They're the 4 a.m. club.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they all woke up at the same time.
And wait, here's I have a question about that though. Okay, so if you what if you're in Arizona
I
and you
know.
woke up at 4 a.m.? So then did the other people in the 4 a.m. club wake up at 4 a.m. even though they were in New York, or did they wake up at 6 a.m.? Or I don't know.
Yeah, how does that work?
It's kind of weird.
It's
She
a
didn't really, maybe everybody woke up at 4 a.m. and it just happened to be their time zones,
uh-huh.
but it was still election night was already done.
Yeah.
So essentially, that's what their cult is called, the
The
4
4
a.m.
a.m.
club.
club.
So that's people who all agree that, well, when we woke up at 4 a.m., we were anchored in the right timeline. We're the light bearers.
Yeah.
All of the disassociated people that think that Trump won, they're living in a fantasy. But I'm not. We're not.
We're not. We're the ones that are right.
We're real.
Yeah.
We're the ones that are living in reality.
Yeah.
You guys are fantasizing. But here's the other thing. Remember I talked about like the guy back in 1858.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's got 9 wives. And so he's telling them, oh, yeah, keep having sex with me because the end of the world is coming up in 10 years. But then 10 years passes and he goes, no, 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 keep having sex with me. But it's going to
I
be
was
10 more years. I
mistaken.
was mistaken. So she's already kind of done that. And her cult member's still having sex with her. So she said June 14th is when the timelines are supposed to reconverge.
Oh.
So I didn't know that timelines could reconverge. I didn't know that we were all just living on timelines that we choose.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Right. It sounds like that. It sounds like she like and the 4 a.m. club
Yeah.
that they have all they chose
They
their timeline.
chose.
And that's the reality that they're saying is real.
Of
It's
course.
the Kamala one.
Duh.
And I find it really interesting that they can accept such outlandish theories as being the real version,
Yeah.
but yet they shun the things that, like maybe people like you and I talk about as
Yeah.
being like conspiracy or
What a
you know
conspiracy
or they
theorist.
can't accept like actual facts, but they will accept stuff like that. I think
Well, I
that's
think it's when you really, really want something to be true or you really hate something,
yeah.
you kind of will like make up stuff to
Just
kind
to
of
it's kind of like a very toddler type of
totally.
attitude. Like you just want to believe this so badly that
Yeah.
that this is what's true.
No, it's like I had an imaginary friend named Joey when I was a kid.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. So me and Joey would be hanging out. It'd be like if my mom came and told me, "Look, Joey's not real." And he went, "No, Joey's real. I'm anchored in Joey."
You're in a different timeline.
Mom, you're disassociated.
Yeah.
Okay, Joey's real. So
That's
I
what
think,
they're doing.
but this is a weird thing. So she said, June 14th, we're going to reconverge. So the timelines. So this is the theory, and people are drinking this Kool-Aid. So she's anchored in the real timeline where Kamala won, and we're all disassociating this fake timeline where Trump won. But on June 14th, they were supposed to reconverge, and Kamala was supposed to take the helm.
Oh,
But it didn't
what
happen.
happened?
Well, it didn't happen because this lady is a nutcase.
Yeah.
But the thing is she's a nutcase, but she's got all these followers.
She's got like how many followers did she have?
I don't know, it was a lot.
It was a lot.
It was
like
she had like
100,000 or something.
it was a lot. And then like JP was showing her page. She does like a huge video every day. And so what she does is she calibrates her cult every day.
Ah.
So what she does is this is the dynamics is I get downloads from the feminine spirit.
Mm.
And apparently it's an actual feminine spirit because I thought gender was like social
Fluid.
construct,
Yeah.
but
Fluid.
apparently like the spirit knows it's feminine.
Interesting.
So that knows what a woman is.
Yeah.
So the feminine spirit,
They do like to contradict themselves.
they do. You have to just like go, it's okay.
It's okay. Don't question that other thing because this is the answer right now.
Just guzzle more Kool-Aid. Here, this lady is like serving up Kool-Aid.
She's serving it by the gallon.
Totally. It's
Yeah.
potent. This Kool-Aid's gnarly. And people are drinking it.
People are actually drinking it.
People are drinking it. So she tells her cult like every day. So now the timeline passed where the timelines were supposed to converge.
Uh-huh.
The time passed. So she still has to have her cult keep having sex with her. So she's like, okay, no, 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 no. And so she does a video every day where she kind of calibrates their worldview and says, no, 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 but keep listening to me. And they keep listening. So I'm thinking, first of all, she's being foisted on people by the cult
Mm-hmm.
because otherwise she wouldn't even have all those
No.
followers. So someone in the cult is going, yeah, you know, this is good.
Yeah.
This is the
This is a
exact.
good thing for the walkers to listen to.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's
She's
perfect.
serving, we don't even have to serve the Kool-Aid here. This lady's going to do it.
She like made up a batch of homemade Kool-Aid and she's
It's
selling
like
it.
moonshine.
It's like moonshine, and the people are drunk on it.
I like
But
it.
it's like so culty. Like she has a cult.
Yeah. That's a total cult. Yeah.
And so what I was thinking was when I was watching it, what I thought this was episode worthy is because what is it that makes people so susceptible to cults these days? Because you and I have kind of talked about how Elon Trump is a cult, but then the left is a cult,
Mm-hmm.
and Hollywood is run by the cult. And so you've also kind of talked about you had this epiphany where um, Larry Fink turns people into micromanaging megalomaniac psychopaths. So, and that's because that's what he is. So, what if the cult turns people into cult members? So what if that's the influence of the cult because they control the media and they control so many aspects of our education system? So what if because of the nature of a cult running our world, now we have a bunch of people who are like perfect cult members?
Right. Well, and I was also wondering if, because like we've talked about Sirhan before,
Oh yeah,
the guy who
that's right.
was accused of assassinating RFK,
That's right.
and he was disassociated. He was under mind control and hypnosis.
He
Off,
got
he
pinched.
got pinched. So the lady at the bar gave him a little pinch, and
Yeah,
that was like his activation
that's right.
to do the shooting, which actually his shot didn't even kill him. But
That's right.
um
No, he shot a bunch of shots, but they said he was like in a room. So it's a hotel. So you can go into a room where there's no one there and fire off a bunch of shots, and people shouldn't freak out.
right.
And then in the melee that ensued, they went and killed RFK.
Yeah. So
They did it.
he back then, they had to, like, I'm sure they did a bunch of weird stuff to him to get him to that state of mind, to get him brainwashed. And they said he was highly
They were
hypnotizable.
working with him.
Yeah, they were working with him. And they do that now too. But I think also what I was thinking is because you were saying it seems like there's a lot more people now who are like kind of like turning into cult members. And I'm wondering if all the like chemtrails, the 5G, the pokey pokes,
Yeah.
all the stuff that people are bombarded with are making people more susceptible and more malleable and more
Culty.
more susceptible to be falling into a cult.
They're culty.
You know what I mean?
They're becoming culty.
Yeah.
And maybe Sirhan back in 1968, maybe because he was disassociative, that was what made him a good candidate.
Mhm.
Maybe that was rare
Maybe.
back in 1968, but maybe that's becoming more and more prevalent.
That's what we're wondering. Because it sure seems like there's a lot of it now,
And
you
I'm
know?
wondering, like, what is it that makes somebody like that? First of all, what Sirhan's two characteristics that made him a perfect candidate was not only disassociated, which means that, okay, I'm sitting here talking to you, but mentally, I'm in Jamaica on a beach with a Mai Tai right now because I went to Costco earlier.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I went to Costco and I bought the disassociation cruise to Jamaica. So that means that you go into a back room at Costco and they give you a stabby or a drink, and now mentally
You-
you're in Jamaica
yeah.
taking a vacation.
And you got the deal for only like $1,500
It was only 1,500.
for a gallon of Mai
Exactly.
Tais.
Costco's great. It's great deals. So, anyways, so that's called disassociative. But then also Sirhan was compliant.
Hmm.
Compliant. And so what I'm thinking is Hooties was kind of like prepping the meatballs to go in the oven.
Mm.
So mentally, all of America was a bunch of meat, a bunch of ground beef, and they put spices in it and they put grease in the pan and they prepared it to put it into the oven. So what's going on now is the people have been perfectly prepared to become cult members. I think
Totally.
that's it.
Totally.
So fear is prevalent because we've talked about how I think everybody is terrified.
Right.
And then when you have everybody terrified, you can kind of cause them to be disassociative and compliant. And so if you can cause them to be disassociative and compliant, they kind of can become cult members.
Well, the other main thing that all of these people have is major cognitive dissonance,
Oh my God.
major cogdis, total
Totally.
cogdis. So they can hear something like that, like, oh, Kamala really won.
She won.
But this is just an alternate timeline. And they'll believe that rather than actually believing what's actually happening in front of them,
It's kind of like
you know?
global warming,
Yeah.
kind of like, or
Yeah.
what we call it, GW,
Yeah. Well, we call it Earth mod,
Earth mod.
Earth modification.
So it's kind of like Earth mod, where, temperatures are rising, but temperatures are also falling,
Yeah.
but still be scared.
Yeah. Be scared.
She's saying, um, Trump won, but Kamala won.
Yeah.
He-
He actually did win.
it's an alternative timeline that we're anchored in.
Yeah.
And these people are just like, oh,
And they accept it. They're like, okay.
I think they want that really bad.
They want it so bad. It's that toddler mentality. So I just heard another thing that I guess they're saying now that Jeffrey Epstein didn't actually have
A
a
list.
list.
Yeah. So
Eh,
what we were
eh,
all just disassociating
yeah,
that?
yeah. So I guess like people are supposed to just believe that now too, and they'll just be like, oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
It's like I guess you can just tell. They think that they can tell the public whatever it is that they want us to believe,
Yeah.
and people will just believe it. And for the most part, a lot of like the walkers, they do.
They do.
They
Look at
just believe
Diddy.
it. Yeah.
Diddy, look at all of the horrible things that they tell us I mean, it's been probably 2 years that Diddy's been in the news and, oh, he's going down. He's going to bring down the whole system with him. Remember, that was the whole
Hmm.
narrative. And I never bought onto that. And now his trial's over. He's going to go to Antarctica and nothing happened to him.
You're
He got
right.
it, you know?
Yeah. And people are fine with it.
I think what it is that everything's a script and everything's just drinking Kool-Aid. And if you sit around waiting for justice to take place, you're drinking the Kool-Aid
Right.
because that guy was playing a script. You know, did he signed on a long time ago to play that role.
Right.
He's the baby oil guy.
Yeah.
Kind of a disgusting role,
It's
but
gross.
it's over now.
Yeah.
His role's over. He got voted off the island. So you won't be seeing him in the news anymore.
Do you think he'll come back for like a spinoff?
Well, just like who was it? Martha Stewart. We just saw her. She was like knitting.
Shame.
She was crocheting.
Scarves.
She made a little bit of a comeback.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes, it depends on like if Satan emails you and says, you know what?
We think we have another role for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Martha Stewart probably had more demand in an
Yeah,
audience than
because
Diddy.
people like really were missing her recipes and stuff. And, she did come up with some good stuff if
Oh,
that was
dude,
even her that did it.
my mom loves Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom admires her. So, like, my mom used to watch her all the time. So she was actually awesome.
Yeah.
Diddy, what
Eh,
does Diddy do?
yeah.
He said he organizes freak offs.
Yeah.
That's nothing like most people are not going to really care if he comes back.
No.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Diddy goes to Antarctica
I
and
wonder
he's
if
gone.
if Johnson and Johnson was upset though because like their baby oil sales went down.
Dude, that's where he'll come back. He'll be in the commercials.
He'll be their spokesman.
He'll be the baby oil spokesman.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, we
We
would
really
never have a freak off
we wouldn't
without
be
him.
where we are now without
No freak off is complete without 100 bottles of this. And people will go, so maybe. But the point is that he's played his role and he's going to get voted off. But I think what you're talking about is everything's a script. Who knows if there was an Epstein Island? Who knows?
Right.
What if that was all a script? Because now we're kind of talking about alligator Alcatraz. What?
Well, what if Epstein Island was made up to cover up something even worse?
Yeah. Like
You know what I mean?
child
Like,
sex trafficking.
what if he was like the quote unquote fall guy for maybe something even worse and bigger that they were doing that they want to
They
hide?
do that. They do
Yeah.
that. They have fall people,
Yeah.
like the fall lesbian from the shooting.
Yes.
They'll have somebody that they like, okay, well, we're going to blame this bad stuff on this person. Now you don't have to think about it anymore.
Take that person down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, but I kind of feel like child sex trafficking is still very real.
Yeah. That's like,
So he probably was there to take the fall so that people can go, oh, well, thank goodness that dark chapter of our history's done.
yeah, he's dead.
And that was all weird. Like, oh, well, the cameras just stopped running. And then he hung himself with like a paper, like blanket. No, I don't believe it.
Right when the guards fell asleep and the
The
cameras,
guards fell
they
asleep.
fell asleep right when the cameras stopped too, which was interesting.
You have to
It's
be
a lot of
drinking Kool-Aid.
coincidences.
You have to be drinking Kool-Aid like these people who are going, listen to this lady.
It was probably an alternate timeline.
It was an alternative timeline.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that's what this psychic medium is talking about. She's talking about alternate timelines, and that's how she explains away all of these
You just
things
gave me
that,
kind of an epiphany.
what?
Well, so she's obviously been foisted on people to have all this. She has a massive following.
Yeah.
So in order to gain a massive following, she had to be foisted because I've seen because we've been doing our podcast and they inorganically manipulate the algorithms.
Mm.
So we're not getting foisted on people, but she did. Why would they foist her on people? I'm wondering if that whole notion of an alternative timeline is like a seed that they're planting
Uh,
because that's kind of an easy scapegoat.
they do like to plant seed. Yeah, they like to have scapegoats. So if they put in some notion that there's an alternate timeline and that can explain certain
Maybe.
anomalies that take place, then all they have to do is just anytime like one of these anomalies happens, is just say, "Oh, alternate timeline."
The
The news
child sex
anchors will
trafficking
start.
was taking place on this alternative timeline, but here the other concept that she kind of brings up is no, 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 we're anchored in the true timeline.
Right.
So you can be anchored in a
Yeah.
true
And
timeline.
she knows that she's in the true one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no, no. What you're anchored in is delusion.
Yeah.
And you're bringing all of your cult into that delusion. That's what you're anchored in. But it's very handy
Mhm.
because now, what if they can kind of like play with this notion of alternative timelines and you're anchored in the real one, but then all these other people are disassociating? Because that's what they're kind of suggesting is
Mhm.
that all of us plebs are disassociating that Trump one. So if maybe that's maybe that's a tool that they want to use.
That's interesting. That could come into play along with the alien invasion that's coming,
Oh,
right?
Project Bluebeam.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how Project Bluebeam's going to work is they're going to be like,
The people that don't go along with it are living in
alternative
the
time.
unreal timeline.
We're disassociating the
Yeah.
alternative timeline. The people who go and start building submarines for the cult,
Mhm.
they're anchored in the real timeline.
Right.
That could be. So this could be Project Bluebeam.
It could be.
Maybe
It could be like an arm of Project Bluebeam.
because that lady, she has kind of a nice house. I saw she was like recording in her house. Her house looks nice. So how's she got money?
I don't know.
She could be paid for by the cult.
Totally.
She probably sold her soul, and her role is to prep the meatballs for the oven for Project Bluebeam.
Totally.
So, anyways, I just wanted to unpack that, and then we'll go ahead and leave that there for right now. But I think what we can do is we can pick this up at another time
I
because
think we have a whole nother episode to
because
dig into with this
yeah,
because we just started to go down that other rabbit hole.
she's kind of like breaking new ground.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. Okay, cool. Well so we'll talk more about this another time, but that was pretty cool. It was just kind of unpacking that lady and her cult and the dynamics of kind of where we're living, you
I
know?
know.
Like the influencer cult thing is kind of
Is
strong.
strong.
The force is strong with this one.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.